two things can be true at the same time. I can say, don't sleep with avoidant men without necessarily making them bad, because it could be unconscious, which means that someone could say, oh, maybe they can't help it. That's not what I'm getting into bed with. What I'm getting into bed with is the impact that that dynamic has on people who engage in relationships with them. I'm not saying don't know them. I'm not saying they should be put out to pasture. I'm not saying anything like that. I don't hate avoidant men. I understand trauma. We all have our levels of trauma and access to what we can actually do about it. My issue is the impact that it has on women. So when I say don't sleep with avoidant men, they actually agree, because after 5, 10 minutes or however long it takes, they say they can't meet your needs. They say that you should find someone else, or they ghost you, or they drop down in their communication and the relationship breaks down. So realistically, they don't actually want you to sleep with them. Now, some may argue and say, well, they want you to sleep with them in the beginning. Well, if you're a woman and you want something more long term, don't sleep with avoidant men. Oh, well, we don't know that they're avoidant. Okay, well, you can't sleep with people if you want a serious relationship and you really want to make sure that you are not investing and expending your energy for no reason, and you don't just want to have fun or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If you really want something serious, then you have to stop sleeping with people, because you have to actually get to know them emotionally first. You know, like how you do safe sex, safe emotional dating, because this stuff can really mess you up. It can affect you in three ways. When you date avoidant men, the first thing to go is your self trust. You stop listening to yourself. The second thing to go is your sense of self, in terms of you are preoccupied with somebody else, right? Checking, replaying your conversation just keeps coming back to him, keeps coming back to him. And then you lose trust in yourself. Wait, did I say that already? So you lose trust in yourself. Yeah. Then you become preoccupied with him. And then you actually don't recognize yourself anymore. And guess what? You feel shame on top of that. So it's a whole shit show, basically. And the thing is, they're just gonna say to you, I can't give you what you need. Or you're not compatible or something like that. So they actually agree. It's just in that moment they think that they can. In that moment they think that they would be able to, and then you'll be upset because it's like, oh, well, why didn't they tell me that they had these problems? They might not even know they're avoidant. This is the part of the thing with avoidance. They don't reflect, they don't have the capacity to face that shame, to really do that ego work, or even to attend therapy, or, it just maybe always seems to be other people. And another point is that it's the relationship that triggers it. So this person, it's not necessarily that, oh, he's not a great guy. He could be from afar, like you love them from afar, and that's okay. So, don't ever get it twisted. This isn't like, oh, I don't hate, like, I literally don't hate men. I don't hate avoidant men. It's just, if you want to stay sane and emotionally healthy as a woman, they're probably not the best candidate. If you want to help, if you want to get help to break the pattern, if you're currently in a cycle and you want to get help to break the pattern, go to the stand store. I have the products on there. It's going to help you to break the pattern, because when you break the pattern, then you can take your life back. But until then, remember what I said? The three things: the preoccupation with him. I'm not in order now, but it's all the same thing. You lose your sense of self. You become preoccupied with him, replaying, checking, asking ChatGPT, asking anybody, what does he do? Why is he doing this? Is he coming back? Does he miss me? What did it mean when he did this? What does it mean when? And then you lose your self-trust, because it's like, I said I wasn't going to talk about that anymore. I said I wasn't going to think about that anymore. I said I wasn't going to check my phone anymore. I said I wasn't going to call him anymore. And yet you do it. So you stop listening to yourself. This is what happens when you date avoidance. You change. It changes who you are as a person, and you don't even recognize it. You might even be watching this and not even be able to hear me. That's how deep it is, right? But if there's a little part in you that's like, oh God, I'm tired. I'm tired. Me done, me done, me done. Go and get the tools, because you have to start at some point. You don't want to say, oh my God, I wish I started sooner. You're probably thinking that now. But realistically, most of those relationships, they don't end well. And even if he does come back, it's probably for some validation or something like that. Has he really done the work? Is he really doing the work? My point is, it's your life. Have you got it to waste? How long have you got it to waste? Oh, are you waiting for the new year? Is that what it is? Because people say, oh, in the new year, then that's it. But you know what? Life is short. So do what you will with that information.